वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः। वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ। We have done a few things over the last year. So what we have seen so far? Just a quick reminder what we have seen so far. So we have seen basically the whole language is, in terms of understanding language, we start with an action, a kriya, and we see how that action connects to various factors of action. Each factor of action is called a karaka. You remember, there's a kartrikaraka, an agent, a karmakaraka, the object. A dhatu may be akarmaka, doesn't take an object, in which case you cannot have a karmakaraka, but you can have a bhava. So it's karta, karma, and for akarmaka, bhava is very important. These three words we can't afford to forget. Then we have karanakaraka, instrument. Then sampradana, which is not very heavily used, recipient in an action of giving. Apadana, point from where a movement takes place, typically. Then adhikarana, time and place where an action takes place. Time and place of the karta or the karma, not the other karakas. And then finally we have sambandha, which is the connection between nouns and nouns. These are the 6 karakas plus 1 sambandha. So in Vedanta, what do we see? You will see it is kriya, karaka, phala. This is namarupa. So you should see able to connect, both ways. Kriya, karaka, phala is all our samsara. Sadhana, sadhya rupa. Another way of saying it. Sadhya is karma. Sadhana will be everything else. So this Vyakarana is all about, Vyakaranam is what? Avyakritam, Vyakritam bhavati. What was not manifest becomes manifest. And what is Vyakaranam? Making things manifest. What becomes Vyakarana? What becomes manifest is world of names and forms. What is the process by which the names as word forms become manifest? That is called Vyakaranam in Sanskrit. In our context, Vyakaranam, grammar makes no sense. But here, Vyakaranam means what? Vyaktikaranam, making it manifest. How a word comes to be. Therefore, what it means. So that is the Vyakaranam. That's where we began. Then we saw that the entire language has got on types of words, primarily. One is nouns, one is verbs. That's a loose way of saying it. Tighter way is what? One is subanta, one is tinganta. What is sup? A whole series of pratyayas which are added to noun basis called pratipadika. What is ting? The endings which are added to dhatus in order to make various forms. Right? So the word pratipadika should be in your head. Dhatu should be in your head. Then what did we say after that? We saw at least a few verbal usages. Kartari prayoga, karmani prayoga, bhave prayoga. 3 ways in which sentences are typically using or constructed. Kartari prayoga means what? Where the action is denoted by the karta. Denoted, you should remember. Okay, I have a suggestion. Is my mic? Oh, it's gone too far away. Is it clear now? Okay, good. So if the agent of an action goes along with the verb, then that kind of a sentence will be called what? Kartari prayoga. Whereas if the verb goes with the object of the action, it is called karmani prayoga. So we say it is denoted by, that's the language I have been using. And when we come to compounds, which is what I want to introduce a little more today, we will use the word pradhanam. What is pradhana? And what is pradhana is exactly what we're talking about in kartari prayoga or karmani prayoga, what denotes, what is denoted by the word. Okay. So in the case of the Tinganta, we saw lat is the main lakara we have seen so far, which is present tense. Then you have three past tenses, of which we have seen only one, lung. We have not seen the others. Lung is one general past tense. Lit is remote past. Those two we haven't really looked at in any great depth. Future, two futures. We have seen one, which is rit. Then there is lut, current day's future, which we haven't bothered about. Then there are what we called as moods. What is translated in English as moods. What were they? Lot, Vidhiling, Ashirling, right? So we saw these moods, and ring, which we have not really paid much attention to. So these are the moods that we've seen. All these begin with what? La. Therefore, what are they called by Panini? Lakara. Kara is added to any letter to say it. Lakara. So lat lakara, lung lakara, lit lakara, rit lakara, lot lakara, lut lakara first, then lot lakara, then lung, ring. You can just add one, vowel, and you keep getting the names. So we have seen the lut forms in both Kartari and Karmani Prayoga. What is typical in Karmani Prayoga? You will get one ya. And they will always be in Atmanepadi endings. They will never be in Parasmapada. Karmani Prayoga, Bhave Prayoga, always in Atmanepada. Right? And dhatus by themselves could be either Kartari, either Atmanepada or Parasmapada. Some can take both types of endings. When they take both, you don't have a rule necessarily, though there is a general rule that when the result of an action is accruing only to the agent, then you use Atmanepada. That rule is not really observed very, cautiously by people. Therefore, that rule really doesn't hold. All right. Then in this section of the nouns, we have seen the basic forms of several endings. A ending, E ending, U ending, right? And I said do one halanta at least. Ta ending, Na ending. So you had a lot of slides as well to look at and follow and learn those endings. So I hope it's all somewhere here, not gone. Okay. That is all Subanta. And then we looked, for length of time, we looked at what we call Kridanta. You add a pratyaya called Krit pratyaya to a dhatu to get a pratipadikam. And those pratyayas can be added in the sense of various karakas. Kartrakaraka, karmakaraka, karanakaraka. And the resulting pratipadikam is called a Kridanta pratipadikam. Right? And we saw the examples of several pratipadika, Kridanta, Krit pratyayas, which make participles. Kta pratyaya, Shatra pratyaya, Shanat pratyaya, right? Trich pratyaya, Nul pratyaya. Several of them we saw. You have to go back and look what all we saw. Then we saw a few more. Tavya, Aniya, right? Which are called Kritya pratyayas, which gives you a sense of has to be done. Right? So these several forms of Kridantas we saw. So what is a Kridanta? Where you start with a root You add a krit pratyaya and you get a new pratipadika. Right? And then we saw some introduction to Pani. We saw what is Maheshwara Sutra. We saw what are Pratyaharas. Right? What is Ak, Ik. Those you have to recall again in some time. Today I thought better, I started samasas, that way you also get some time to bring back Maheshwara Sutras to your head. Right? So now I had a request that why don't we look at a little more in detail about what is samasa. Okay. So I will begin with that today. So what is samasa? See, essentially, what samasa mean? Samyak asyate iti samasa. That which is thrown together well. Two or more nouns are thrown together to form a new noun. Two or more nouns are combined to form a new noun. Two is minimum. In some compounds, you can throw more than two together. The Dvandva compound. Right? So, I probably mentioned the word panchavritti earlier. I would like to bring it back to you now. So, if you remember, we long ago saw, second. Okay. Long ago, sorry. We saw a chart of things of how words are formed. Does this ring a bell? So you can see the two main kinds of words are Tingantapada and Subantapada. How are they formed? You take a dhatu, and to the dhatu you add a ting pratyaya, in between a vikarana may come, and the final form is a Tingantapada, like patati, patata, patanti, etc. Similarly, if you start with a noun based of pratipadika, you add a sup pratyaya, and you get words like Ramaha, Ramo, Ramaha, which is called Subantapada. Right? Now, we have a lot of these boxes here. So, a dhatu is there in dhatu patha, which is called a primary dhatu. But you can create many more dhatus, derived dhatus. I've called them natural and derived. Derived dhatus are by adding a sanadi pratyaya. You can add a sanadi pratyaya to a dhatu and get a new dhatu. Or you could take a pratipadika and add a sanadi pratyaya, which is called a nama dhatu pratyaya, and get a new dhatu again, which are called nama dhatus. So if you add these are sanadi pratyaya, san pratyaya, which is in the sense of desiring something, like mumuksha, titiksha, jigyasa, bubutsa, budutsa, words like this. Young is intensive. You're doing something frequently or intensely. And then we have nich, which is a causative sense. Cause to do, cause to read is to teach. Pathati, pathayati. So all these, when a new dhatu is created by adding a pratyaya, is called a sanadi pratyaya, and the word is called the dhatu is called a sanadyanta dhatu. So this is what? A secondary dhatu, a derived. All right. Whether you add a nama dhatu pratyaya or you add any of these, it is called secondary dhatu or a derived dhatu. Then if you look at the pratipadika side of the word, we could add a tadhita pratyaya to get a new pratipadika. Like what? Dasharatha's son can be said as Dasharathihi. Kunti's son can be said as Kaunteya. Prithu's son can be said as Partha. One who has money can be called Dhanavan. One who has buddhi is called Buddhiman. These are all examples of what? Tadhita. Kritsnasya bhava, kartsnyam, wholeness, smallness. All tadhita. Wherein you add a pratyaya to get another noun. Then we have one pratipadika combining with another pratipadika to form either a samasa or an ekashesha. What is samasa? Two nouns are thrown together and both nouns will appear in the new word. Both the nouns will appear in the new word form. Like what? Rama and Lakshmana, I want to say it becomes Rama Lakshmana. Suppose you say Dasharatha and his son, Dasharatha Putraha. Right? Or if I say, blue lotus, Neelaha, Neelotpalam. Both words appear. Ekashesha is what? You start with two words, all right, but one vanishes. And the result is what? One single word which takes a number, two, but it implies two. Example is what? Pitarau. What does Pitarau mean? Not two fathers. Pita, Pitarau, Pitaraha, but it's not the meaning. What's the meaning? Matacha, Pitacha, Pitarau. Then what happens? Mata went away. Pita stays. Putrancha, Putricha. What will be? Putrau. This is what Swamiji used to say, that although it says putra, it means child. If you use ekashesha, both will come. So this is in ekashesha what happens? Two words combine, but what you see is only one. Typically, masculine plus feminine of a word is combined, and what remains is only masculine with a 2 in number. That is ekashesha. Not very common for us. Samasa is extremely common. Okay. Then this one is just making a feminine noun with a masculine noun. Add a feminine pratyaya to get a feminine noun. So krit pratyaya is added to get a new pratipadika. A sanadi pratyaya is added to get a new dhatu. A tadhita pratyaya is added to get a new noun base. And pratipadikas may be combined to get new pratipadikas with either samasa or ekashesha. So all these are what? Secondary dhatus. They are not straightforward, simple dhatus. All right. This idea is presented by saying these are what is called as vritti. Are we clear so far? Any questions so far? Good. So now we'll go further and see. We'll use a language which I think is a good way to say it. Same. Okay, I have to go there. I'll pick another one. Give me 1 second. Okay. So now you can see this is called Vritti Nirupanam. This is in a Shabda Manjari, page 127 or so. Okay. Dvabhyam bahubhirva padaihi bodhaniyo artha samskrita bhashayam kadachit ekena padena bodhayitum shakyate. Yatha vasudevasya apatyam puman ityayam artha vasudevah iti ekena padena bodhyate. Are you able to follow the sentence? That's a good exercise for our study so far. Whether you're able to follow this sentence. Okay. Let me actually share my Word document. That would be easier. Okay. All right. So you can see same thing I've typed up. Okay. So it's nothing easier for you to read now. Dvabhyam bahubhihi va. What do you understand from this? Anyone wants to try? Yes, Harsha.
Two or more.
Dvabhyam. What is two or more? Is just dve or bahu. What is dvabhyam bahubhihi? What is third case doing?
Through the use of.
Yes. Padaihi. So basically, padaihi. The dvabhyam bahubhirva padaihi. So words. Pada. What is pada now? Not just a word. It is a word which is a word by definition. Subanta or thing. All right. So when two or more words, by two or more words, bodhaniyaha arthaha. Arthaha means what?
Meaning.
Meaning. What is bodhaniyaha?
That which is fit to be known.
Fit to be known, or is known, or can be known, should be known, aniya pratyaya. All these are possible. Buddh dhatu, bodhaniya. The meaning which is to be conveyed. Because buddh, to become bodhaniya, to be conveyed. The meaning which is to be conveyed by two or more words. Kadachit. What does kadachit mean?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Yeah. Kadachit. Samskrita bhashayam. What case and number? Seventh case, correct? Singular.
Singular.
Bhasha, akaranta strilinga. So, Samskrita bhashayam. What does that mean?
In the Sanskrit language.
In the Sanskrit language. So, this is actually an example of a samasa. Samskrita is the bhasha. Samskrita bhashayam kadachit ekena padena bodhayitum shakyate.
Through one word, it can be conveyed.
Shakyate, can be conveyed. It is possible to convey. Bodhayitum, to convey. By a single word. Then, like what an example? Yatha Vasudevasya apatyam puman Vasudevaha.
Vasudeva's son, but
Vasudeva's apatyam means descendant, born of, right? One who has fallen from, literally, right? And a masculine, puman, a son. The word puman tells you it's a masculine. Otherwise, you can't tell son, right? Son. What is he? So this is three words now. Vasudevasya apatyam puman. Three words are there. This is the bahubihi padai. And what is it said by? One word. Vasudevaha. Therefore, what happened? Three words were replaced by a single word. Iti ekena padena bodhyate. It is known by a, it is made known by a single word. Why I'm saying made known by a single word? What is bodhyate?
Karmani.
Karmani prayoga. Of what dhatu?
Buddh.
If Buddha is a dhatu, what form will you get? No guna.
Buddhyate.
Buddhyate you will get. Why bodhyate?
Niche.
Therefore, it is a causative. Bodhi. Then only you will get this form. Right? So, observe, what we have learned is there for you to follow. Bodhyate, it is made known. This asya laghumargasya vrittihi iti sankhya. Laghumarga is what?
Easy.
Shortcut in English. A brief path. A shortcut. This shortcut of cutting down three words or more words into a single word and conveying the same meaning is called what? Vrittihi. Vritti can mean an explanation also. But here is just saying vritti is using that sense in this context. Iti sangya, that is the name. Vrittayaha pancha. There are 5 kinds of vrittis. Is this clear so far? Anyone having difficulty? Okay. So, vrittayaha pancha. What are they? Krit, tadhita, sanadyanta, dhatubhyascha, ekasheshataha, samasadapi, vidvadbhi kathita panchavrittayaha. One is what? Krit pratyayas, right? Added to dhatu. Tadhita pratyayas added to pratipadikas. Sanadyanta dhatu gained by adding sanadi pratyayas with dhatu. Ekashesha, combination of multiple pratipadikas where one means hidden, not seen, like Pikarau, and samasa. These 5 are called what? Panchavrittayaha. Is this clear? So, what we normally learn in the first place is simple words, simple dhatus, right? Simple words. But if you look, what is simple? Suppose you look at the first verse of Bhagavad Gita, okay? What do you find? First verse. Dharmakshetre Kurukshetre Samaveta Yuyutsavaha Mamakaha Pandavaschaiva Kimakurvata Sanjaya. All right. Akurvata. What is that? Someone should answer. Akurvata.
Lung.
Langlakara. Correct.
Atmanepati.
Kridhatu. So that's a simple word. Verb. Akurvata. Okay. Now, Dharmakshetra. Is that a simple word? Or do you find two words in there? Dharma, Kshetra. Therefore, two Subantas are there. So what kind of word is it now?
Masa.
Compound. All right. Dharma Kshetra. Kurukshetra. One word or two words?
Again two.
Words. Kurukshetre. Now, Samavetaha. What kind of word is that? It's a noun, all right. Plural. Samavetaha. It's not a plain word. It's again one of the pancavrttis. Which panchavritti? Which of the five? Okay. Should be able to say. Not difficult. It's so difficult. Come on.
Krit. Krit pratyaya.
Krit pratyaya. Correct. Krit pratyaya. Which pratyaya? I'm not asking you first, okay? I'm just saying, understand it's a krit pratyaya ending. Samavetaha. They have come together. Some is upasarga. Right? So, Yuyutsavaha. Yuyutsavaha. What is the noun there? Yuyutsavaha. Like Guravaha. Hint. So what is the Pratipadikam?
Yuyutsu.
Yuyutsu. Pratipadikam is Yuyutsu. Okay. What is Yuyutsu when you hear? What kind of sense do you get? Can you guess what it might be?
Young or
Why young?
you
See,
are
no, I'll tell you what. No, not that way. No. Not the word you are. I'm saying looking at a pratyaya. Yuyutsu. Yuyutsu. Mumukshu. Bubhukshu.
Yodham.
Pipatishu.
San pratyaya.
San pratyaya. Correct. San pratyaya. Correct. So you are adding a san pratyaya. And to get a desiderative form. Yuyutsu would mean what? Yodhum ikshuhu yuyutsu. One who is interested in fighting. Yuyutsu. So who is in the battlefield? Dharma kshetre, kurukshetre. Those who are interested in fighting. Yuyutsava. Yuyutsuhu. Yuyutsu. Yuyutsavaha. Ukaranta pullinga. Then what do you have next word? Mamakaha. Mamakaha. What does Mamakaha mean?
My people.
My people. Good. My people. Now, what is the word for my in Sanskritam?
Me. Mama.
Mama. Good. Mama. Now, how do you get Mamaka from Mama? What is the possibility?
Is it the Taddita pratyaya?
Absolutely. That's where you have to get. See, this much you should be able to gain with what we have known so far. Mama plus some pratyaya becomes what? Mamaka. So it's an example of what? Taddhita. Mamakaha. Then Pandavaha. What kind of word is that? Pandavaha. Pandavaha.
Plural.
Right? Plural. Okay. But Pandava.
Pandu's sons.
Pandu's sons. Correct. So how do you get that? From Pandu to Pandava, how do you get? Kuru to Kaurava, how do you go? What's the likelihood? Taddhita. Again Taddhita. Therefore, you have Sanadi right there. Right? You have Krit. You have Taddhita. Only Ekashesha is missing, okay? Everything else sitting there. Samasas are there. And who said this? Dhritarashtra uvacha. That's the first two words in the Gita. Dhritarashtra uvacha. What is Dhritarashtra? One word? Correct. But one word is simple one word? No. What is it? Dhrita Rashtra. Dhritaha Rashtram Yena Saha. That's the Vigraha Vakya. For a name, you don't need a Vigraha. It could just be a name. But if you take it like that, then it's again a compound. So you can see our language is replete with these pancavrttis. Filled with them. By looking at Krit, you can understand simple nouns. Karta, Bhokta, Krita, Kartavya, Karaniya. All these words you should be able to understand now with what we have done so far. But we have not looked into compounds much, not formally. That's what we are beginning. Okay. So what is the compound? Like Dhritarashtra. Dhrita plus Rashtra have to come together. Or Dharma Kshetra. Dharma and Kshetra have to come together. Kuru Kshetra. Sanjaya Uvacha. Drishtva tu Pandavanikam. Vyudham Duryodhanastada. Drishtva. What kind of word is that? This is all summary revision for you, okay?
Tva.
Tva pratyaya. What is the meaning of Tva pratyaya? Somebody else, raise your hand. I mean, I want to hear others too, okay? Not one or two people all the time.
Having seen.
Having seen. Good. Who said that?
Bhuma.
Okay, good. Tva pratyaya. Drishtva. Tu. Tu. What kind of word is tu?
Yeah.
Avyaya. Good. What does it mean?
But.
Kind of but, yeah. It's a connection. Drishtva tu. Pandavanikam. Pandavanikam. What would that mean?
Pandavasya Anikam.
Pandavasya Anikam. What is Anika? Where are we? In the Mahabharata, where are we?
Soldiers.
Army.
Correct. Army. Anika is army. Drishtva tu Pand. So now what is the word there? Pandavanika.
Army of Pandava.
Army of Pandava. What kind of word is that?
Compound.
Compound. Why not we say Pandava and Anika are two different words? Why do you say it's compound? What makes us say it's a compound?
The sixth case is not used. Ending is
Correct.
not there.
The case is not used after Pandava. Not only sixth case. After the word Pandava, there is no sup. Therefore, what is the padam? Suptingantam padam. It must end in a sup pratyaya or a ting pratyaya. You cannot have word Pandava in the language used. It's a pratipadika. So either it should be Pandavaha or Pandavam or Pandavasya or Pandavayoho. Something should be there. You just have Pandava, it cannot be. Where is the ending? Anikam. Is sitting there. Second case ending. Therefore, where you find the word boundary, you have to be able to spot. First thing you have to be able to do is what? Break the words in a sentence and find which are the words. What is the basis for that? You have to know where is the subanta, what is tinganta, and break the words there. So, drishtva tu Pandava nikam. Vyudham. Does it look like compound? No. But it could be a compound. Okay? It's a kind of compound. Because, see, dhatu is there. Upasarga is there. And upasarga plus dhatu happens. That's sometimes a type of compound. We don't know. Technically, it will be a compound. Doesn't matter right now. You can look at the verb for now. Vyudham. Duryodhanas tada. Duryodhana. It's a name, but if you look, one who is difficult to fight with. Dur and Yodhana. Acharyam upasangamya. Acharya is what? Kridanta. Upasangamya. Krida. Krit. Lyap is there. Upasangam plus lyap. Upasangamya. Raja. Vachanam abravit. Right? So I'm saying if you look almost at any sentence, any words, you will find these panchavrittis replete. That's all I'm demonstrating to you. Okay? Just took 2 random verses. So we should be able to do what? Split the sentence into words, for which we have to understand a little more sandhi. My plan initially was to start with sandhi, but since I got a request to understand compounds, let's do it a little first. Then we'll come back to sandhi. Okay? So now, what exactly is further a compound? Let's try to understand now compounds a little. So here, in this book, Shabda Manjari, there's something, but not a whole lot to say about compounds. So what I thought is I will use the Samskrita Bharati preference for you, so you can see how they do the job. It's a good book. For compounds, a small, simple book, and it will give you a lot of information. Examples won't be there, that we have to cook. All right, but well-organized book. So I look at several places to figure out where to pick a topic from. So if you can find a good book, that makes half your life easy. Only problem is what? Samskrita Bharati books, you have to learn everything in Sanskrit. They won't give English. It's also a good thing because you will start learning to understand simple Sanskrit sentences. Okay? So let's look at that. Okay. This is how the book will be. Samasas. Okay. Should be fairly inexpensive book. If you want to get it on Samskrita Bharati site, you'll get it. I'm not very comfortable putting it on the shared drive because I may be infringing copyrights. Okay. I have the book, so I have a copy of it here. We'll see what to do about it. But you can see what's going on now. So the book is organized pretty well. It gives you first basics of samasa, which is called upakrama, an introduction. Then it tells you the various types of samasas. And then it tells you a few changes to words wherein, and gender and stuff like that. More details about samasa. Total about 75-80 pages of book. All right. We are not going to look at the whole book right now, because then I will spend next 6 months doing just that. So we will look at some part, and then I will see how to balance it with our next topics. I might do half class samasa, half class something else. So your mind will start slowly tuning towards Panini again. We'll see how to do it. Okay. So first now. Atha samasaha. So prathamam prakaranam. Try to translate these now. Prathamam prakaranam. What does it mean? Prakaranam is the topic, the subject matter. First chapter, first topic is what? Upakramaha, introduction. What is said in the beginning. All right. What do we say now? Samasanam samasaha. Samasanam samasaha. What do you understand? I want all of you to participate. Who will help me with samasanam samasaha? One of you raise your hands. So, because if I let you answer on your own, only few people will answer. So I want to see if others can also answer. No raised hands. What is going on? Yes, Deepti.
I'll give it a try, Swamiji.
Yeah, that's all I expect anyone to do.
Sam plus asanam, like sam for samyak coming, and asanam is sitting together.
No. Asanam is sitting together. What is asa dhatu?
To be.
Asa, no. This is asakshepe. To throw.
Okay.
No. Asakshepe. Asukshepe. Therefore, samasanam is what? Asana. What pratyaya is in asana? Pathanam. Bhojanam. Karanam. What pratyaya is there?
Ana.
It's called lut.
Oh.
Okay. Bhave artha. Abstract noun meaning. Asanam is what? Throwing. How to throw together? Well. Samyak. Samyak asanam is samasanam. Okay? So what is samasanam? What is samasa? Putting words together well is called samasa. Simple meaning. Okay? Samasanam, samasaha. Now, what does it mean? This asa is also as dhatu, a different pratyaya, probably ghany, which makes it asa. Same meaning. Sa upasarga, sa upasarga. As dhatu, as dhatu. Here it is lut lakar, lut pratyaya, krit. And here it is probably ghany. This is the way in Bhashyakara will do. In Bhashyam we'll see this how it will be. One word is paraphrased using another word. Samasanam, samasaha. Okay. Next line. I want somebody to read the lines. Who wants to do it? Yes, Amanshu.
अनेकस्य पदस्य एकपदी भवनं समास इति अर्थः.
Now that has to be converted from Bengali to Sanskrit, okay? Anekasya, right? What is there after that?
पदस्य
Padasya should not become shya. Padasya
पदस्य
ekapadi
पदी
bhavanam.
भवनं.
Samasaha ityartha. Okay. What do you understand by that? Aneka padasya.
Many
Anekasya padasya. What is aneka?
many.
Many. How do you get many? How do you get the word meaning many?
Not
Eka
one.
is what? Eka is one. Correct.
Yes,
Not
or
one is na ekaha, anekaha. That itself is a compound. This is a nanj tatpurusha compound. Aneka. Okay. Anekasya padasya. Of many words.
Yes.
What? Ekapadi bhavanam. What would that mean?
Becoming one. Pad.
Becoming one. This is a special usage. So, if what is not one is made one, then you have a special pratyaya, tadhita pratyaya. Okay? So, what is not white, if it is made white, the word for white is what? Shukla. Ashuklam, if it is made shuklam, it is called shukli karanam. What is it called? Shukli karanam. Now, ekapadam. What is not ekapadam? If it is converted into ekapadam, what is it called? Ekapadi bhavanam. So, you're making one vritti, which is many words, into one word. That is called what? Anekasya padasya. Because two suvanta padas are involved minimally. Anekasya padasya ekapadi bhavanam samasaha ityarthaha. So what does it mean? What we have said so far? Combining two or more suvanta words. That suvanta is not mentioned here to make a compound. Read the next sentence. Finish that example, Meanshu.
Yatha, that is example.
Yeah.
Sitayaha patihi. Sitapati.
Sitapati. What does it mean now?
Sita's pati, husband,
Sita's husband. Yeah.
is called Sitapati.
Sitapati. How many words here?
2 words.
Aneka.
Aneka. Yes, Sanskrit.
And what did it become?
1.
Eka.
Compound.
This is the anekasya padasya ekapadi bhavatam samasa. Clear?
Yes.
So, Sitayaha pati is replaced by Sitapatihi. Okay. Now, next, who is going to read next sentence? Yes, Brinda.
Samas.
Unmute yourself first.
समासः सुबन्धानां भवति
Mhm.
न तु तिगन्धानां.
Natu tingantanam. See,
Nadu
samasaha
तिगन्त.
subantanam bhavati. What is subanta?
Noun.
Nouns. So subantanam, what's the case and number?
No.
Like Ramanam.
6th.
Sixth case plural.
Plural.
Therefore,
The plural.
the samasa is formed by what? Combining multiple
Of
nouns.
Mounts.
Natu tingantana.
Tigantanam.
And not by combining
Not by combining the verbs.
verbs. Good. Very good. Okay. Now, who's going to read the next sentence? Someone else.
Samasaha.
Who is that? Didn't raise your hand. I want people to raise your hand. Who is it?
Somaji Devasya. This is, yeah.
Okay. Read. But please raise your hand so that I know. And Vrinda, you can put your hand down.
Yes, Swamiji. Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Samasaha subandhanam bhavati na tu tigandanam.
Can you translate that? We finished that sentence.
Yes.
Next sentence you would read.
Samasaha yugapat dvayoha subandhayoha bhavati.
Okay. One subtle problem here. How do you pronounce this? This visarga is not ha. You have to go along with what preceded it. Dvayoho. Dvayoho. Okay? Not dvayoha. Dvayoho. Dvayoho. Subantayoho bhavati. All right? How do you translate now? Samasaha. Samasaha bhavati. Basic sentence is samasaha bhavati. A compound is formed. How? What does the word yugapat mean? Would you know?
Yugapat to join together.
No, yugapat means simultaneously. Simultaneously. Yugapat. So, simultaneously, dvayoho means pairs of words. Two.
Yeah.
By joining two pairs of words, subantas are formed. Then next sentence is what?
Dondve tu yugapad bahunamapi.
Correct. So what does it mean? Dvandvetu. On the other hand, in dvandva compounds, simultaneously, instead of two, many words can be combined. Like what? Instead of just saying Rama and Lakshmana, I can say Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna, and Sita. I can add 5 and make one compound. Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrugna. One compound with 4. I can make 2 also. Rama, Lakshmana. But option is not just 2. You can make it with any number of words. This is what? For which type of compound? Some type of compound called dvandva, which we have to yet look at. Okay?
Yes.
All right. Now, somebody raised the hand. Who wants to take up the next part? Yes, Ganeshan.
Yes, Swamiji.
Read.
Raja Purushan Purushagamanam.
Okay. What does it tell you? That's the word. That's a compound he's giving. Okay.
Yeah.
Raja Purushagamanam is a compound.
Raja
Because
Purusha Agamanam.
no, I'm saying he's giving compound. Raja Purushagamanam. That's all it said, right? Now
Yeah.
read for it.
राज्ञ है पुरुष है राज पुरुष है
Rajya Purusha Raja. What is Rajya? What case?
6-1 राजन
Six.
शब्द है
Rajan. Therefore, what does it mean? What does it mean?
ऑफ राजा
Of Raja. What of Raja?
पुरुष ऑफ राजा
What does it mean? Someone who works for the king. A staff of the king. Okay. Raja Purusha means a staff of the king.
Yeah.
Rajya Purusha, a man who belongs to the king in a way.
Yeah.
Raja Purusha. That's one word in the compound.
Yeah.
What's the second word here? That's the compound. Rajya Purusha, Raja Purusha. And here what happened? Raja Purusha Gamanam.
सवर्ण दीर्घ संधि आगमनम
So Raja Purushasya
आगमनम
Agamanam. Okay. What is the example here? How many compounds are here now?
3 words are there Raja
How- Are there 3 words? 3 Subanta, 1 Subanta? How many padas are there? Raja Purusha Gamanam.
only one Samastapadam is only one.
Good.
Yeah.
Correct? Now,
Yeah.
this Raja Purusha Gamanam has got how many compounds?
Two compounds.
which is what? Rajapurushasya agamanam. Two words first. First split it this way. Rajapurushasya agamanam, Rajapurushaagamanam. What does it mean? The arrival of the staff, the person of the king, is Rajapurushaagamanam. Then what is Rajapurusha itself?
Rajñah
In a compound. What he's showing you is you take one pair at a time. You take the pair Rajapurusha and Agamana first. You made one compound. Okay. Now you look at the word Rajapurusha, that itself is a compound. Split that. Two at a time. You cannot make a single compound with all three words. You two at a time. But you can daisy chain them. You can put them together. But you have to make compounds two words at a time. Does that make sense? Is that clear?
Yes.
Or is that unclear to people? When you make a compound, generally you take two words at a time. So suppose you have if a long compound, A plus B plus C plus D plus E, let's say 5. The compound could be A plus B plus C plus D plus E. It could be A plus B plus C plus D plus E. It could be A plus B plus C plus D plus E. How you can split these is to be seen in context. But what happens is the compounds are formed by combining two words. Dvayoho yugapat. Two words at a time. You combine and then you form the word. Now in that, if one of the words is a compound, you can split them. If one of them is again a compound, you can split it. You can keep on splitting till you arrive at the basic units. That's how you'll understand a sentence. Otherwise, you will have Kalidasa, etc. Sometimes Bana would have one line long compounds. So if you look at this, Guru Paduka Stotram, you will see the length of the compounds. Whole line will one compound. And to understand, you have to understand how the compound is split. So it's not easy to sometimes find out where to split. And you can sometimes split the compound multiple ways and get meanings. But the rule is what? 2, 2, 2. Dvandva, many. Is that clear? That's what is being demonstrated by saying Rajapurusha Agamanam is a single word, can be in two compounds, Rajapurusha and Agamanam. In that, Rajapurusha can be split again as Rajya Purusha. Okay. All clear? Anyone has a question or doubt? Okay. Second example. Who'll read now? Buma, go ahead.
It is Hari Hara Guravaha.
Good.
So
How many
it
words
is
are that?
3 words. It is 2 words, Hari, Hara,
No,
and Guru
one
is
second. Correct. I'm saying first, how many padams that sentence?
Hari, Hara, and
No,
the plural
you're
of
looking at
Guru.
this. How many padas are there in the sentence?
3 padas.
No. 3 padas means you have to give me 3 subantas, okay?
Okay.
How
So
many
Hari,
words are there?
Harihi, Haraha.
No. That is not here. It is no Harihi. There is Harihara Guravaha.
Okay. Harishcha.
No, don't give compound yet. I'm trying to make you understand. Is this a single word or is it multiple words? This word.
Multiple words.
Think again.
Single.
See, if it is multiple, you have to say Harihi, Hara, Guravaha, Cha.
Correct.
Where do you find Harihi?
Okay. This is a single word, which is combined, compound word.
This is what I want you to first appreciate. It's a
Compound
single
word.
padam. It's
Yes.
a single padam means only one.
Okay.
Now, this padam is made up of multiple pratipadikas. That is correct.
Correct.
But padam is one. Now the question is, what kind of compound? How do you split the padam? Now
Yes.
you read next one.
So it is Harishcha, Harashcha, Gurushcha. Guru's here Guravaha. So Guru.
Why?
Gurucha.
Why Guravaha? Correct. Guru became Guravaha. Why?
Because it is a combined word where it is denoting, it's a Dvandva Samasa, which is denoting Hari, Hara, Guru.
Correct. Therefore, it becomes plural. Now in Dvandva, we'll see there are two types of Dvandva. One where the gender, when the number will remain one, and one where it can become many. But here it is, you're right. Harishcha, Harashcha, Gurushcha. Pratipadika will be what? Harihara Guru.
Guru.
Then it cannot be anything but plural. You can only decline Harihara Guru in plural because there are three. So you cannot say Harihara Guru, Harihara Gurau, Harihara Guravaha. No, you can only say what? Harihara Guravaha, Harihara Gurun.
Okay.
No? Harihara Gurubhihi. Only plural. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes.
Ukaranta, but only plural. Why? It's got a minimum of three. Itaretara Dvandva count. Okay? Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Then, Parasparanvitayoho Subantayoho Samasaha Bhavati. Anyone want to try? Parasparanvitayoho Subantayoho Samasaha Bhavati. Anvita means related, okay? Paraspara means mutually. A compound is between mutually related Subanta words. Make sense? Compound is between mutually related Subanta words. Not unrelated. You cannot make compound between words which are not related in meaning. They should be related in meaning. You cannot blindly combine. That is going to be shown in an example. Like what? Yatha Rajnyaha Putraha Rajaputraha. Example is the son of a king is called what? In English, what can I say? Prince. Rajaputra is prince. Okay, one word I have to make. Rajnyaha Putraha, two words are combining. They're related to each other. How? Son of the king. Therefore, it becomes what? Rajaputraha. Atra, in this context, Dvayoho Paraspara Anvayaha Asti. Paraspara means mutual, with each other. There is a mutual relationship between Ragya and Putra, the two words. Yatra, whereas Yatra, where Paraspara Anvayaha Nasti, where the two words are not mutually related, Tatra na Samasaha. There cannot be a compound. How do you exemplify that? Now you look at next. Yatha Bhavati Darshanam Ragyaha Putraha Chorasya Dhavati. This is a sentence. All right. Now, we are Brahaspatis. We will say Ragyaha Putraha, Rajaputraha. Are they related in sentence? That's the question. What is the sentence? Darshanam Ragyaha Bhavati. When the king is seen, when the sighting of the king takes place, Putraha Chorasya Dhavati, the son of the thief runs. The relationship of the king, is it with the Putra? Whose son is it? Chorasya Putraha, not Ragyaha Putra. The son of the thief runs when the king is seen. Now you cannot make a compound between Ragya and Putra because always examples what? Ragya Putra, Rajaputraha. I saw two words. Ragya Putra. Let me make a compound. No, you're not allowed to do that. This is what? This is showing Yatra Paraspara Anvayaha Nasti, where the two words are not related in meaning with each other. Tatra Samasaha. No. There is no compounding possible. So compound always means what? Two words must be related in Vyavahara, in meaning. This will be said by Panini as saying Samarthaha Padavidihi. Samarthaha Padavidihi. More brighter than just compounds, but words which are related alone can combine. So, Atra, now you same thing which I told you is explained. Atra, Ragyaha Darshane Anvayaha. The king is related to what? Darshanam. Darshana and Ragya are related. And, sorry, I did something. Okay. And Putrasya Chore Anvaya. Putra is connected to what? Chora, the thief. Ataha, therefore, Atra Raja Shabdasya Putra Shabdasya cha Paraspara Anvaya Abhavat na Samasa. Therefore, since these two are not related, there cannot be a compound between what? Rajan and Putra Shabda. This is clear? Any questions here? Good. All right. Now you understand this. This is important. Note it. Samase purvatra shruyamanam padam purvapadam iti uttaratra shruyamanam padam uttarapadam iti cha vyavahriyate. Vyavahriyate. What does it mean to you? Who will tell me that? Vyavahriyate. Ramesh, try. Vyavahara, do you know? Priyanka, Vyavahara, do you know? Yeah, Mianshu, go ahead.
Vyavahriyate is used.
Yeah, but I'm looking grammatically. Correct. Vyavahriyate. How do you get the word? Vyavahriyate. What kind of word is it? It's Tinganta or Subanta? Vyavahriyate.
Tinganta.
Tinganta. Good. Now, what is the Karmani or Kartari?
Karmani.
Good.
Or
What is the dhatu looking like?
ha dhatu.
Hri. Hriyate. Kr. To take away. Kr to take away. But V upasarga, V avahri is to transact. Two upasargas. Vyavahara is transactional, right? Vyavahriyate means what? It is transacted in this manner. See, this is how to connect what we know. Hriyate would be taken away. Sita hriyate, Ramanina. But here, Vyavahriyate. In this way, it is transactionally referred. What is referred? Samase. Priyanka, I do it. Samase. Purvatra shruyamanam padam purvapadam. Can you try? Samase. What case and number?
Seventh case.
Correct.
7-1.
How will you translate it?
In a samasa.
In a samasa. Good. Purvatra.
Beginning.
Yes, in the beginning. First. Two words can be combined together simultaneously.
Yeah.
One in the first, one later. First one.
Yeah.
Purvatra. Shruyamanam.
When you hear.
Shruyamanam. Grammatically, what is it? Shruyamanam. Mana. Does it ring a bell? Mana.
Krit pratyaya.
Krit pratyaya. Of what kind? Present participle. For Atmane pada. Or Karmani prayoga.
Karmani prayoga.
Right? Labhamana. You remember? Labhamana.
Yeah.
Or any Karmani you use. Pathyamana. Gamyamana. Shruyamana. Shruyamana means what? What is being heard.
What is heard?
What is being heard? Mana is now. Shruyamana being heard. What is heard? Being heard first in a compound. Padam. What will it be called?
Purva padam.
Purva padam. It will be called. Vyavahriyate. Iti. Purva padam iti. Vyavahriyate. Uttaratra. What do you understand?
The later.
Later. Correct. Later or later. Uttaratra shruyamanam.
The word that is heard later.
Later. Padam. Uttara padam iti.
It's called Uttar Pada.
Uttara padam iti means quotation. Uttara padam. It's like quotation. Iti. It is called Uttara padam. Is that clear? So in a compound, the word which is heard first is called what? Purva padam. The word which is heard later is called what? Uttara
Uttara
padam.
Padam.
Is that clear? Now you do the example. Yatha, read.
Yatha chorat bhayam chora bhayam.
Okay. What's the compound now? Chorat
Chora-
bhayam, chora bhayam. What does it
Chora
mean
bhayam.
to you?
Fear
Translate that
from the chor.
Correct. Fear from the robber is called robber fear. That's what it is. English, you don't have robber fear, but in Sanskrit we do. Chora bhayam. Now, read the next sentence.
Atra chor iti purva
Chora.
padam.
No Hindi, okay? Sanskritam. Atra.
Atra chora iti purva padam. Bhayam iti uttara padam.
Translate that for me.
So here
Good.
chora,
Atra here.
chora is known as purva padam
Good.
And bhayam is known as uttarapadam
What is here?
in this samasa.
Good. In the context of the samasa, Vishaya Saptami, you can bring it. Atra.
Okay.
Okay? In this context of this compound. Is this clear to all of you? Anyone having difficulty? Very important. What is Purupadam? What is heard first? What is Uttarapadam? What is heard later? Now, you tell me Hari Hara Guravaha. What is Purupadam?
Hari. But
Could be
it-
Hari, could be Hari Hara, doesn't matter. Okay? Dvandva compound is a trick question. But what will you do with this now? Raja Purusha Gamanam. What is Purupada?
Raja Purushasya.
No Purushasya. You have to sell it within the
But-
compound. Raja Purusha is Purva.
Okay.
What is Uttara?
Agamanam.
Agamana. No, will get added later. Purupada
Okay.
is Raja Purusha. Uttarapada is Agamana. Then in Raja Purusha, what is Purupadam?
Ragnyah.
No,
So,
Rajan.
okay, so we have to
Pratipadika.
take the
Raja
Pratipadika.
or Rajan. You could say Ragnya, it's okay. But understand, in the compound you have Raja. That is Purupada. What is Uttarapada?
Purusha.
Purusha. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah.
Okay, somebody else. Sita Pati. What is Purupada?
Sita.
Manjula.
See,
Can't hear you.
Sita is
Sita is Purupadam. What is Uttarapadam?
Pati.
Pati. Very good. Then, did you see another example? No, not so far. Okay, so we'll move forward. All right. So, Purupada and Uttarapada is clear to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, now, who will read the next sentence for me? Yes, Sampath. Unmute.
समासे जाते पूर्वपदम उत्तरपदम च प्रातिपदिकरूपेण स्थितं भवति ततः
Correct.
ततः समस्तात् पदात् विभक्तिः योजनीया.
Well, good reading. You read well. Good pronunciation. Read. Now try to translate. Samase jate. Now,
समासे in
what is the case? Samase jate. What case does it look like?
समासे 7-1.
What about jate?
Also 7-1.
Good. What kind of seventh case is this now?
I think that in the time during time.
Correct. Sati Saptami. So, how will you translate? When a compound is born, when a compound is formed, samase jate. What happens then?
उत्तरपदं च when the samasa is formed,
First, look at this word. Pratipadika rupena.
in the form of pratipadika,
Correct. In the form of pratipadika, sthitam bhavati.
exists.
It will be there. It exists. It will be there. What will be existing? Purvapada and Uttarapada will both exist when the compound is formed as the pratipadikas, not with the case endings. Rajapurusha is not Ragya. Purvapada is only Rajan. Uttarapada is only Putra, not Putraha.
Okay.
Get the point? Means the case endings are not included in the compound when they are formed. Purvapada also has no case ending. Uttarapada also has no case ending. All right?
Okay.
Then what do? Tataha. Tataha means then. Samastat padat.
From
What case?
fourth case.
Huh?
Fourth case.
Fourth. Ramat. Come on.
Fifth case.
Sorry, fifth case.
Good. In what sense?
From
This is a reference point. When you are adding something, see, yojaniya means you have to add. Where should you add? You have to tell reference point. After what? Okay? To what should you add? Reference point to add the vibhakti. That is what is being said. Samastat padat. After the compounded word. To the compounded word. What should be done? Vibhaktihi yojaniya. Yojaniya means what?
added.
Should be added. Aniya pratyaya. Yojaniya. Why yojaniya? What gender is yojaniya?
Like feminine.
Good. Why is it feminine? What is it qualifying?
Vibhakti.
Akaranta.
Vibhakti. Vibhakti is what gender?
Drilling.
Feminine. Therefore, yojaniya should become what?
Feminine.
Suppose it was padam, it will be yojaniyam. Suppose it is dhatuhu, it will be yojaniyaha. Don't forget what we learned, okay? So, what does it mean now? When a compound is formed, then the constituent words in the compound will only be present as pratipadikas. All right? But then, after it is formed, to make it a pada, what should you do? You should add the supratyaya to the whole compound, which will always mean adding at the end of the uttarapada. No other place. Is that clear? Now, example. Read, Sampath.
Yatha shastre nipunaha shastra
Yeah. Plus ni
plus
plus nipuna plus sa. See, this you should understand. You do you remember long ago I said su aujas to add to Ramapada, you know? Su aujas, aukshas, tabhyam bhis, pointing endings. Nyebhyam bhis, nasibhyam bhis, nas os am, ni os sup. This ni is seventh case singular ityartha. Okay? Seventh case singular is the supratyaya added to shastra and shastre. Shastra is equal to shastra plus seventh case pratyaya. What is nipunaha? Nipuna plus first case pratyaya. Ramaha like nipunaha. And what do you get? You drop this fellow and you drop this fellow. What will you get? Shastra nipuna. Correct? Then tataha, what should you do? You should add the case ending to the compound. What will it become now? Akaranta pullinga. Shastra nipunaha. Make sense? Is it clear so far? Yes?
Swamiji, one question.
Yes, ask.
So when you are putting the words together, so the case ending will be represent the latter word, right?
Yes, Uttarapada alone will take case ending, right? But it won't represent latter word. Don't make that mistake. It represents the whole compound.
Yeah.
The ending will be depending upon the latter word is correct. So when we say Harihara Guravaha, if Guru was not, suppose Hari was the end or Hara was the end, it will become what? Guru Hari Haraha. If it is Hari at the end, it will become what? Guru Hara Harayaha.
Right.
So that obviously will decline based on the last Uttarapada, the last letter of the Uttarapada and gender. But it refers to what? The whole compound, not to the Uttarapada. Is that clear?
Thank you, Swamiji.
Yeah, Ritesh, you have a question?
Namaste, Swamiji. So the ending of Purva Padam will always be dropped, right? Since it will come in the front.
Ending of both Padams are dropped.
Right.
Okay? Please understand this clearly. Look, now Rajyaha Purushaha, the man of the king, the employee of the king. Now, I want to say, by the employee of the king, justice was done. By the employee of the king, justice was done. What case would I need for Employee of the king. What case will I need?
Sixth.
Sixth.
I am
Third.
saying why.
Third
Three.
case.
Tritiya.
Tritiya. Karmani prayoga I will use, okay? I'll use third case.
Instrument.
Not instrument, kartari tritiya. See,
Okay.
if I say nyayah kriyate, justice is done. By whom? Karta is who? Rajapurusha. Then that has to go in third case. Kriyate means third case. So it will become what? Rajapurushena. So what happened now? That ending I added to Rajapurusha is an ending which is in the context of how the compound is used in sentence. Whereas when forming compound, I'm saying Ragya Purusha, I'm using singular. I mean, no, the first case. Just get the compound's meaning. Then I will add the ending appropriate with the sentence in which the compound is used. Does it make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. Therefore, what you do is you form the compound. When you form the compound, the endings of all the words in the compound are dropped. Now you'll have an ending free compound word with the Purvapada in the before, Uttarapada late. And the whole word will be called a new Pratipadika, which is a compound. And that Pratipadika will take on a case ending depending on its context. Is that clear? Your hand is still up. Do you have still a question or just up because of history?
No, because
You have a
of
question?
cell phone.
Yeah. Deepti, you have a question? Ask.
Yes, Swamiji. The Uttar Pada only will then the gender of the word will be decided by the gender of the Uttar
No,
Pada.
that don't jump into it yet. We have to still look at what will happen to the gender of the compound. In general, the gender of the compound in Tatpurusha and Dvandva compounds will follow the Uttarapada. Okay? But in the case of Bahuvrihi, it will depend on what it qualifies. We will look at those a little later. I have not gone there. I'm following some of the Bharati text for you. So it's easy for you to follow. And hopefully it's a good exercise to learn some Sanskritam on the way. So you have two birds in one shot. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah. All clear so far? Okay. Now, he comes to next topic, Vigraha. Who wants to take up the sentence now? Yes, Raji. Unmute. Yeah.
Vrutyartha, oh, sorry. Vrutyarthavabodhakam vakyasya vigrahaha.
Where is Vagyasya?
Oh, I mean, sorry, vakyasya. I just
No.
missed.
No Vakyasya. Vakyam. Right?
Oh, vakyam, yes. Sorry.
So okay.
Vrittihi
Read again.
samasadi.
Read again, please.
Vrutyartha avabodhakam vakyam vigrahaha.
Good. Full stop. There you stop. Then
Vrittihi. That equals samasadihi.
Correct.
Samasadertham.
Samasaderartham. If you read slowly, half the meaning will come clear to you. Samasaderartham. Read slowly. No tension. Okay.
Samasaderartham bodhayitum.
Read continuously. Bodhayitum.
Bodhayitum.
Good.
Yadvakyam
Uchyate. Correct.
Tadvakyam vigraha iti vyavaharyate.
Slowly.
Vyavahriyate.
We already saw that word. Vyavahriyate. What does it mean? This is how it is used in the language, okay? In Vyavahar. Vyavahriyate. Now, let's go to the sentence. Vrityarthavabodhakam vakyam vigraha. What is being defined? The word
Vigraha.
vigraha is being defined. What's the verb here? Asti. Bhavati. You can supply. Okay. Kim bhavati, kim asti? Vigraha asti. What is vigraha? Vakyam vigraha. A sentence is vigraha. A sentence vigraha. No. Vrityarthavabodhakam vakyam vigraha. What is vritti? You remember what is vritti? Panchavritti. So
Oh,
vritti is what is said by many words. Right?
yeah.
Like Ragyaha Purushaha. Chorat Ayah. This is a vritti. Multiple words. And that vritti artha avabodhakam vakyam. The sentence that makes you understand the meaning of the vritti, which is literally the vritti itself. Okay. That is called what? Vigraha. Vigraha means separation. Okay. Vritti. What is vritti? He is himself telling. What is vritti here in this vrityartha avabodhaka? See, vrityartha is a compound. Vrittehe artha vrityartha. Vrityarthasya avabodhaka vrittartha avabodhaka. Compounds involved. Two Shashti Tatpurushas involved there. That sentence called Vigraha. What is vritti? Samasadihi. What do you mean by samasadi? What do you mean by samasadi? Do you see this?
Samasa.
Do you see the new
Samasa
thing I'm
except
showing now? Or no?
Samasadi.
No, are you seeing the Word document? Not yet. Okay, let me show
Not
you.
yet.
Okay. What is the samasadi? You can see krit, tadhita, sanadyanta, dhatu, ekashesha, and samasa. These are the five. That is samasadi. Any of these five. These multiple words, bahubhirva, dvabhyam va, bahubhva, padai, bodhaniya artha, is vritti. That vritti is called what? Vigraha. Okay, let's go back. Okay, so vigraha iti vyavahriyate. Now read this example.
Yatha vrikshamulam iti samasaha.
Oh. Translate
Vrikshasya
that. Translate vrikshamulam iti samasah.
The root of the
No, just say iti means quote. Don't try to split the word.
okay. Vrikshamulam, in quote, vrikshamulam, that is called
So you will say
samasaha.
vrikshamulam is a compound. That's all. Translation is vrikshamulam is a compound. Don't try to translate vrikshamulam right now. Vrikshamulam is a compound. What is the vigraha?
Vrikshasya mulam iti
Iti.
vigraha.
Translate that.
The compound word, the two words are in the compound.
Don't do all that. What is the vigraha? It's the vritti, which makes you understand the compound, right? So literally what should say? The sentence vrikshasya moolam is the vigraha for the compound vrikshamulam. Should I repeat? The sentence vrikshasya moolam is the vigraha vakyam for the compound vrikshamulam. Is that clear?
Yes.
Means what? How do you understand what is vrikshamulam? Look at the sentence vrikshasya moolam. Now what do you understand? The root or the base of the tree is the meaning of the word vrikshamulam. Compound vrikshamulam means root of the tree or base of the tree. Clear?
Yes.
Now you read further. Vigraha.
Vigraha dvidha.
Dvidha. Dvidha means what?
Twofold.
Twofold. Dha is a tadita pratyaya. Dvidha. Ekadha in one way. Now drigdrishiveka pashyet lochanam ekadha. That dha pratyaya. Bahudha in many ways. Dvidha in two ways. Tridha in three ways. Chaturdha in four ways. Anekadha in many ways. What is here? Dvidha.
Dvidha.
Twofold. Vigraha is twofold. What are they?
Swapada vigraha, aswapada vigraha iti.
Good. Iti. So what are the two?
Swapada
Swapada
and
Vigraha and
Aswapada.
Aswapada Vigraha. What is Aswapada? Not Swapada. All right. What does Swapada means? The
Same.
words in the compound itself. Aswapada, the Vigraha will involve words outside of the words in the compound.
Yeah.
Okay. So 7:30, we will stop there. But are you all able to follow with comfort?
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
So read, we have to look at these ourselves. You can get the book Samskrita Bharati, it's good for you. So you can then look and even read ahead. And if you get used to their style of translating simple Sanskrit sentences, you can look at any other booklets. That's why I thought it's a good idea to make you do these. So there's no further exercise. This is the exercise. In the class, you do an exercise. Right? So, but I want more of you to participate. All of you should be comfortable. There should be no one who feels uncomfortable. There's no reason. We're all learning, okay? We all make mistakes. It's okay to make mistakes in the process of learning. No judging. You just try to learn. Because unless you open up, you'll always remain in a shell. You won't learn. So open up. First, gain some ability, then open up. If you feel very incapable, I won't force you. It's not right. But you have some diffidence, let go. Try. Okay. So what we will do is we'll continue with this next class. But as I said, I will think of how to balance, because I don't want to forget what we have done in Panini, because that is important for me, that you don't forget that. So I might split this class in some way. So some part will go for this, some part will go for something new. We start looking at something, because one by one I have to start introducing sandhis to you. And before that, I want to see how to make you be able to understand a sutra by yourself. That's going to be the hard part for me. And for that, you should all know your cases, numbers, and at least halanta words endings very well. Midnight question. Marut maruto marutaha. It should come like that. If I say ikaha yana iko yanachi, you'll be able to say ikaha yan achi. Ikaha means 6th case, yan means 1st case, achi means 7th case. Then only we can make progress with sutra. Otherwise, I will be talking, you will be sleeping. Okay. So since we started after a long gap, I don't want to impose on that on day one. You'll all be overwhelmed. So already number is 41. So next time it will become 20 others. Then it will be 5 people. So I don't want that. I want you to all stay and learn. All right. So we will take a leisurely pace. We will not rush into it. We'll go through it slowly. But you need to do your homework. You need to understand the Maheshwara Sutras, all the Pratyaharas which we saw, Ach, Hal, etc. What do they mean? The cases for them. You should be able to figure out it. Now we are learning some compounds. That will also come in handy. We will see how to balance it. Okay? Any questions? Yes, Priyanka.
So the vritti will have case endings and we'll drop them to make.
So see, the vritti is an explanatory sentence. Therefore, it has to be a proper sentence with words, padas. Right? The vritti is replaced by a single word. It is a compound. When forming the compound, the case endings have to be dropped. Now we are just seeing swapada and aswapada vigraha. When it is aswapada vigraha, you will not find the words in the compound. For example, upakrishnam is a compound. Okay? The vritti for that is not upakrishnam. It will be krishnasya samipam. Now you cannot do Krishna and Samipa. Krishna Samipa is a different compound. Upakrishna is a different compound. Meaning may be same, but the compound is Upakrishna. And for that, you cannot say, that is called Aswapada Vigraha. When you have Ragya Purusha, you will write. You will take the vritti and drop the endings. You'll okay. You'll be okay. And then you have to know which word to come first, Purvapada, which should be Uttarapada. That's a trick. It's not always the way it looks here. you know. So if I say sharirasya purvam, it will be pura shariraha. It won't be sharira purvam. So there are rules as to how the word comes first or later. That's an important aspect of compound, which we'll come to.
So Vigraha and Vritti don't necessarily have to be same.
They will be the same usually.
Oh.
Yeah, because Vigraha is a technical word. Vritti is a more loose word in the language. Panchavritti is not grammatical. I mean, it's not part of grammar. Vigraha is a very grammatical word. So compound means Vigraha. Samasa means Vigraha will come. Splitting. Sandhi means Vichcheda. We won't call Vigraha. Sandhi Vichcheda. Samasa Vigraha. Even in Hindi, you have those words. Yeah. So that's a technical word, Vigraha. So Vritti for a Samasa will be its Vigraha, typically. Yes. Okay. Harsha?
Swamiji, I was looking at lut endings. I saw a word like gamanam is from gamla gatau.
Correct.
When I saw sharanam, I looked up the root, but it seems himsayam. It seems to be the opposite meaning of.
No. I have to look what Sharanam will give. Offhand, I don't know. Okay. But Dhatuna Manekartha is a norm. Okay. So never try to second guess everything. We don't know what will come from where. So I'm just looking quickly to see if I can find something. Sharanam. Shri. Dhatu is Shri, looks like. But how many Sharanams are there? You have to check. What is the meaning of Shri, you said?
Himsayam.
Yeah. So I have to look why the word comes that way. Offhand, I don't know. But it could be protection from that himsa. That kind of meaning will come. Refuge. Panchamyarthe, it's possible. From the himsa, protection. See, because krit endings can come in any sense, karaka. It need not be only bhave. Possible. See, lut is karana adhikarana yu. Bhave. As well as can also mean any other karaka. But let me look. I will look and come back to you. I don't want to make an incorrect statement. It looks like bhave only. And as I said, one more general rule is what? Dhatuna manekartha. Whenever we're in trouble, we say dhatuna manekartha. Not in trouble. The language is such. And if you go and look in a dictionary, you will find the meanings of a dhatu are given based on the language. The dhatu will have one meaning. See, in the case of Upanishad, the Shadra dhatu itself, we saw three meanings. Right? Gati, Visharana, Avasadana. Correct? Three meanings we saw for the word Shadla root in Upanishad. But suppose you look at the word Rama Sidati, that is translated in English as Rama sits. Sid also means to sit. So where does that dhatu? It's not given dhatu patha. It's not, but that meaning is there in the language. So like this, there can be many meanings for a root. And there could be another root which also gives Shri, Sharanam. I don't know. I have to look. Shri is one possibility. What about Shri? I have to look what is there. What possibilities are there? And then only we decide what's going on. If nothing else works, then we say dhatu has that meaning also.
Thank you, Swamiji.
All right. Sharanam means refuge. Looks like bhave, but let me check. Interesting question. I'll look into it.
Thank you, Swamiji. Swamiji, you had also, in the course, you had mentioned swarte niche in a couple of occasions.
Correct.
Where is kaunteya, if I extend the vowel to get a new word, or if I, from the original word, if I extend the vowel and get a new word, is that swarte niche?
No. See, generally, a pratyaya has a meaning. When you add a pratyaya, the pratyaya brings certain meaning, extra meaning. Right? Sometimes Harsha, are you there?
Yes, Swamiji.
Okay, sorry, I didn't. Your picture moved in the screen, so I didn't see you. Okay, so for example, if I say gyan dhatu and add a pratyaya trich, what do you get? Jnata. What does it mean? Knower. Jnanam, knowledge. Jneyam, known, to be known. Meanings are changing. Dhatu is same. What is bringing about a change? The pratyaya. Correct? Now, suppose you add a pratyaya which brings no change to the meaning, to whatever it's added. If it brings no change in meaning to what it's added, such a pratyaya will bring about what? Only a change in form, not a change in name. Not in change in meaning, sorry, not a change in meaning. Only a change in form. So a pratyaya which does not affect the meaning at all, but gives you another form because the pratyaya form is different, such a pratyaya is called swartha pratyaya. It's called a swartha pratyaya. Now, normally the pratyaya nich is added in the sense to a dhatu as a causative. Karoti, karayati is causative. Bhunkte, bhojayati is causative. Pathati, pathayati is nich. Suppose as a swarthe nich, it means pathayati will mean what? Pathati. No change in meaning. That nich has done no effect, no impact on the meaning. This is not only in roots. Suppose you see typical Upanishad example. Namadheya. Vacharambhanam vikaro namadheya. What is the dheya there? Swarthe dheyat pratyaya. Therefore, what is namadheya? Namadheya means nama. Therefore, namadheya nama matram. Telling you it's swarthe pratyaya. Has no other meaning. That matram is no other meaning. So, whether it's tadhita, that's a tadhita. Because nama is subanta, to that you add a pratyaya, and the pratyaya gives a new form with no change in meaning. Whereas if I said nama mayam, mayat is vikare, mayat is prachurya, meaning is there. So it is not swarthe. But when I say chid maya, chinmaya, maya can mean a vikara, a modification. Maya can also mean a preponderance. So suppose I say annamayaha shariraha. It means the body is a modified form of annam. But annamayaha yajnaha means a ritual in which a lot of food is distributed, not vikara, prachurya. When you say chinmaya, which should I take? Atma chinmaya. Brahma is chinmaya. If you say vikara, we have a problem. If you say prachurya, means there is a dvaitam. Both are not acceptable. Then what will I say? Mayat swarthe. No extra meaning, which means what? Chinmaya is chideva. That's what it means. Bhashyakara is chinmaya chideva. You have to understand what? Mayat swarthe. May not be said. You have to catch it.
Thank you.
So swartha means what? A pratyaya which does not contribute to any change in the meaning. Is that clear?
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Priyanka.
So swarthe can be added to any pratyaya or just to certain types?
See, swartha is a pratyaya. What is being added is a pratyaya. And a pratyaya cannot be added to another pratyaya. You have to add a pratyaya to what? Either a dhatu or a pratipadika. Pratyaya cannot be added to anything. It can be added only to dhatu or a pratipadika.
No, I meant in case of any pratyaya based on context. If it's not adding any meaning, swarthe can be added? Or it only comes in certain...
Generally not. I mean, we don't give a free lease to do anything you want. Which is a common swartha pratyaya. There are a few which are listed by Panini, and a few more are added by Vartikara, and a few more are added by the language. But we don't say every pratyaya can be swartha. No. So you cannot add tricha swartha. Not allowed. Okay. Anything else? Okay. Raji, you had some questions in your mail. Ask me now.
Swamiji, the one question is that the sutra, avasanayo.
I will not do sutras right now. When we do it,
Ah.
we'll talk about it. Okay?
Okay.
You have studied sutras already?
Kind of.
Okay. What it means is this. There's an option. When it's ending, it can take that form or it may not. Okay?
Oh, that.
For
Because
example,
yeah.
if you have a, suppose you have a word like chet. Now, chet, if it's at the end of the sentence, it can become chet. It can be chet, it can be chet. That's the vavasana. Just know. Okay? But that's not part of this class topic. Until I do sutra, I will not talk sutras. All right?
Okay, I was kind of confused with that because so if it's okay for me to say a few words, I can say about it, otherwise I can stop.
I will let this class finish, then I will listen to you. Okay? Let it not be for everybody. Okay. Anything else, anybody? Okay, we'll stop now. Did we do the prayer? I don't think I did a prayer today. Yes, we'll do it now. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. So all of you can leave. And you know what, Raji? I will stop the meeting. So everybody goes. Then you join back with the same link. I'll join and we'll have a quick chat now. Okay?
Thank you.